The nights become distant memories as the thought of a better tomorrow follows you through your dreams. An unconscious reminder that there's work you need to do, and without a shadow of doubt, you put the work in. The lights that awaken you through the blinds awaken your soul. It's a predetermined indicator that you're alive, that you're still breathing, and that you're doing something right. You have audacious dreams. Some so big that it's hard to even comprehend how you'll get there. Each day is a step to a new life. Each rep in the gym is a contribution to where you want to be. Each time you fall into dreamland is a reminder that you're working hard. You have no clue that what you're chasing after will even work out. You're just doing it because of a small voice in your head that tells you it's worth it. You're doing it for a better tomorrow. You're doing it because no one else is going to do it for you. You very well could fail. You could fall straight on your face and stay on the ground, but then you remember that quote by Victor Keem. Even if you fall on your face, you're still moving forward. That brings a smile to your face because you realize that no matter what happens, you're pursuing something bigger. You're attempting to reach a higher level, and that alone is proof that you aren't going backwards in life. The only way to go backwards is if you never start anything new in the first place. Each business you work on, each workout you put yourself through, each course you go through, they can all fail. You could go bankrupt in the business, you could injure yourself in your workout, you can get an F in the course you're in. And while the majority would look at that and say you failed, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Failing means you simply never tried in the first place. You didn't fail because you didn't achieve a profitable business. You didn't fail because you got injured while working out. And you didn't fail because you got an F in the course. Okay, technically you failed the course, but that doesn't make you a failure. The sun shines bright on those who walk outside. You can't achieve greatness if you never leave your front door. And yes, sometimes this will lead you to walking in the rain, to experiencing bad weather, but the contrary is also true. You'll also see the most beautiful sunsets, the most beautiful sunrises. You'll experience the true beauty of nature when you simply step out your front door. Many people don't go outside because they're afraid of all the bad things that could happen to them. Because realistically, there is no guarantee that you won't have years of bad weather when you step outside. That's just life. But you'll also get to the point where you'll start dancing in the rain. You'll become so unbelievably happy with whatever happens because you know it's all just part of the process. I can't tell you how many times I wanted to quit this podcast. Just pack it in and go back inside and take a break from the bad weather. To just wait for the good weather to come back around. But what's really helped me is coming to the realization that the bad weather, it may last a long time. It may hurt you. It may bring you down to the ground, crushing you. But if you simply ride it out, if you try to dance in the rain, if you do that, the sun will come back around, showing you why you're outside in the first place doing what you're doing. This happened to me a couple times, especially when I was in the first year of my podcast. I was still early on in my journey, and I had a few times where I was getting hailed on. I was freaking hurting, man. I lost my umbrella, and I was just, trying to do whatever I could to outlast it. And just when I thought of going back inside the cover, just when I was about to give up, I get a message from a listener, and it's this beautiful message on how much they appreciate what I'm doing. And just like that, the hail disappears, the sun comes out from behind the clouds, and I'm just getting showered in vitamin D. I'm just loving every minute. I'm like, wow, this feels so good. I didn't know I could feel this way. And guys, by no means is it easy when you start a new journey. People nowadays want instant gratification. We want everything to come to us in a second. We don't want to ever feel bad. We don't ever want to fall on our faces. We want to know that what we're chasing after is going to be worth it. And I'm sorry, I'm sorry to say this, but you won't know. There's no way of knowing. You don't know if what you're doing will bring you all the success you hope and dream for. But progress is progress. The fact that you're chasing after something is a huge accomplishment in the first place. And if it doesn't work out, if you mess up and fall on your face and just give in, use those mess ups and slip ups as learning lessons. You figure out why it happened and make sure you don't repeat the same mistakes in the future. When you look at life like this, when you take your quote unquote failures and use them as learning experiences, you can't lose. You can't. This is called the growth mindset, and I can't explain how essential it is not to let your ego get in the way when these failures arise, because it is very easy to get down on yourself when you fall on your face. It's so easy to let those voices of self-doubt ruin you. But you did something that so many other people didn't do, and that's step outside your front door. Every uncomfortable feeling and every unknown step forward is a reminder that you're becoming a higher version of your current self. And without those feelings, you'll never grow. Stepping outside will bring you a lot of pain. It's gonna happen. But it's also gonna show you the most beautiful parts of life. You can't have one without the other. And as much as I hate to say this, you can't. But that's where the true beauty of life lies. These lessons you experience when you step out your front door, these lessons are beautiful because they're an indicator that you're working towards a better you. And when you do that, you can't lose. Thank you all so much for listening. I truly do appreciate each and every single one of you. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a 5-star rating on Spotify. It helps out the show immensely. And if you want to follow my social medias, they're linked in the show notes. Leave me a message. I love hearing from you guys. So, yeah, that's going to do it for today's episode. I'll see you all next Friday. Peace.